Well, good evening or good afternoon, all of you silly tabletop baseball people like me and like Tabletop Earl. This is Tenacious Earl. Gonna bring you another History Maker baseball game in the THMBL, the Tenacious History Maker Baseball League, using the 2016 set. And it's going to be Toronto and Kansas City. So I just want to take a moment here to start by acknowledging that last couple days, mostly Sunday morning, had a little bit of a kind of woke up on the wrong side of the bed, and checked the comment that was on one of the videos, and it probably wasn't a wise move to then not like shut down YouTube immediately and like put it away and wait and let it sort of ruminate for a while, because you know, when you spout off and you do something right away, it's never, well, I won't say it's never, but it's rarely a good thing to do that. And so I responded, and then I responded in another place, and I quickly then took both those things down. But in the process, I kind of thought to myself, you know, there's a very good chance that the person who I was responding to would see my comment, one or the other, and sure enough, that happened, and that person... I will say that the response comment to mine was pretty genuine, pretty straightforward. The first comment that was left, it had some language in it that kind of was like, I need to get over it. I need to learn. I need to not let this kind of thing get at me. There will be people who like to get a rise. There will be people who I don't think the person leaving a comment necessarily meant to get a rise. I think it was just a, you know, again, the internet is a very good way to like misread somebody's intentions, and if you're already in the mindset you're going to take somebody's words in the wrong. No. No, this was on the Strat video from the Angels game. I made a mistake, and it was a glaring mistake, and it cost the Angels the victory. They would have won that game, and they should have won that game. And it was a misread. But at this point, and this is my response as far as, I didn't post anything else after this. I just kind of let it lie, but this is how it's going to fix. This is how I'm going to fix it. I'm not. I'm sorry. If you're an Angels fan, I'm sorry. I would view this as a called third strike. I don't know. That's what happened. That's the way it goes sometimes. It was nothing intentional on my part. It's not like I sat there and said, oh, I'm going to call it a 4-6 instead of a 4-5. Just like an umpire would say, that's a strike. He doesn't go, I don't like so-and-so, I'm going to just call it a strike just to screw him over. I mean, and trust me, there are times I feel like umpires maybe have a bias, but in this case, there's no bias here. Right, it's the ump messing up, and as Derek, Dodgers-Royals fan, says, it was the ump making an error, and I should have just left the comment be what it was, which was a valid point. It's part of the game, and you know, I need to learn to not get myself bent out of shape when I make a mistake. I don't like making mistakes. No, I don't think anybody likes making a mistake, but I still haven't learned from it yet. But in any case, I'm sorry. I apologized to the commenter. I will apologize to him again. I mean, this is sincere. I mean, I don't want anybody to quit watching. I mean, in the comment, he says that he has watched very regularly in the last several months. I mean, I hope that he comes back. If not, I mean, I guess I've learned my lesson. But again, this was something that has. It's just one of those things. It was something that built, and you know, it's kind of like you get, you know, sometimes you just end up being in the wrong place at the wrong time, and someone is ready to snap, and you get the brunt of it. And this commenter got the brunt of it, and I am genuinely sorry. I've had a few things like that happen, and I've sort of like bottled it up, and I don't know how else to handle it other than I just need to not look at comments. I mean, that's what, I mean, actors don't look at critics. I just need to let it rest. The video's there. I don't want to change the call. It really stinks to change the call because it's out there for everybody to see. Then after the fact, that they watch the next video and it's like, oh, by the way, sorry, the Angels won. And it's like, well then why am I going to watch this next video? So I'm not going to change it. And if someone is unhappy about that, then I mean, that's why teams lodge protests, and usually those protests are denied. Not very often do they make up a game because an umpire missed a call, especially a ball and a strike, which is kind of what these rules are all about in my mind. So anyway, let's get to this game. That's a little more than I wanted to say, but I just thought I would take a moment to say, sincerely, it wasn't anything. I definitely wouldn't want to do that to somebody who is a regular viewer. It's tough to gauge when someone is and when someone isn't, and it shouldn't make a difference. If someone's a first-time viewer and they come in to pot shot, I shouldn't. I don't think this guy was pot shotting, but I'm just saying that if someone were to, I should still be a generous host. So, in any event, it is what it is. If you see this, great. I hope you came back to watch another video. If not, well, I guess I lost one. That's something that I will have to learn from. So it's going to be Toronto and Kansas City here. Toronto will have Aaron Sanchez as their pitcher tonight. Dylan G will go for the Kansas City Royals. So some pre-game rolls. Let's turn it around here and go ahead and get this thing so I can show you some of the stuff. So the pre-game rolls. No, for the Toronto Blue Jays, no till further notices. But Josh Tolley, so the reserve catcher, got, because they are semi-harmonious, they got to go off the Sunny chart, and he gets the champion designation this game. So I don't think I've ever had a player with a champion designation, but we're going to find out what that exactly happens. I'm moving him up. I'm starting him in place of Martin and moving him up to about 6th in the lineup here to see if maybe that means that we can get some, maybe the Blue Jays will get a benefit out of having that champion. I've definitely seen rolls on here where champion comes up, and it's like, how do you get that? And so Tolley has it this game. It'll be Saunders, Goins, Donaldson, Encarnacion cleaning up there, and then Bautista, Tolley, Tulowitzki, Colabello, and Pilar. The hot batter is Saunders. Now, Toronto won the last game 5-3. They only had 5 hits in that game, so it's kind of tough to decide on a hot hitter, but Saunders went 2 for 4, and thus we are going to give him the hot. He got 2 of the 5 hits. Kevin Pilar went 0 for 4, so we will give him the designation of cold, because you have to choose one of those for each team. And for the Kansas City Royals, as I said, Dylan G will be on the mound for them. It'll be Gordon, Moustakas, Kane, Hosmer, Morales, Perez, Colon, Escobar, and Dyson. Paulo Orlando, so they went off the Stormy because they're semi-dissonant. They went off Stormy, and Paulo Orlando, who started in right last game, is unhappy until further notice. So I benched him and bringing in Gerard Dyson in his place. And so let's get going here. And I want to bring up the comment window over here so I can see what everybody is saying. And let's try and I'm gonna try and see if I can get something where I can get some. That's a little too zoomed. Fiddling around here, I moved things around just a touch, and it'd be nice to be able to get everything in the screen. So let's see quickly. Ken Castro, hello. I think I don't know. I can't remember if I said hello. Hi, Chris, Stratomatic, Delaware. Welcome, and we're gonna get going here with Toronto and Kansas City. Dylan G will be pitching for the Royals, and Michael Saunders leading off here. So let's get going. And a 2-2-4. Pitching at home. Yeah, this is Dylan G's home, so that'll be a pop out to short to lead it off. Ryan Goings, 122. Workman. Yeah, Dylan G is a workman. That'll be a single. It's going to sneak through up right past him and into center. A lot of icons in this game, or semi-icons, so keep an eye on that. Josh Donaldson with runner at first, 1 out. And a 1-4-6. Flash. Dylan G does have flash. Donaldson is, let's see, the eyeball is good eye. He does not have a good eye, so that's a strikeout. So with 2 outs, it'll be Edwin Encarnacion. And a 1-1-4. Fresh. Dylan G is fresh, so that'll be a ground out to short that ends the inning. So no score. And we will push it up there a bit. Like I said, I changed my setup around just a little bit where things are, so seeing how that works out. Trying to get some things kind of out of the way. I wish my stand was a little further. Actually, I wish it was just a little narrower, but that's the way it goes. Okay, so Gordon will lead off. He went 1 for 5 last game. The Royals got 11 hits in that 5-3 loss, so they left a lot of guys on. 1-4-4. Flash. Aaron Sanchez on the mound. He does have flash, so that's a strikeout. Moustakis. 1-6-6. A workman. No, he's a star. Is Moustakis a whiffer? Nope. That's a ground ball to third. That will be converted for the out. And we end up going now to the experience chart. And Kane is a semi-icon. Sanchez is a semi-prospect. So nobody on and 2 out. We need to dump one of the D6s. So we'll have to see if Kane can be an icon or Sanchez will be a prospect here. Whoever it is, they are going to be. It was going to stay there one way or the other. So it's a 1-3 prospect pitcher. He is a prospect. Off-target pitch. Batter chops a single through the infield. So first hit for the Royals with cheese. I'll tell you, so Ken asked if anybody does minor league games. I would love to get a set that's a little more custom, whether it's completely fictional or whether it's, like you say, a minor league situation. Now, Kane, so Kane with 2 outs. Let's see, you've got Tolle, who's he's a normal. We're going to see if Kane can steal a base here. So, you know what? With 2 outs, we're not going to do that. Changing our mind. Hosmer. 4, 5, 6. Hosmer's not patient, so that's a fly ball to center. And that'll end the inning. So 2 big zeros up there, and that is a chemistry chart roll. So the next batter for the Blue Jays will go off the chemistry chart, and that will be Jose Bautista. And then we have Tolle after that, who is the champion rated. If you played HMB fictional set, you would think of it as the minors. Well, I mean, it'd be pretty. Well, I don't want to say it'd be pretty easy. It could get kind of labor intensive, I would think, to create one. I mean, to create any set, but you know, with you know, you'd want to have some. You need to have the. You need to figure out some of the statistics to then guide you. You know, you have to have sort of a statistical model for how you're going to create players and stuff like that. All right, but you know, it's interesting, and maybe at some point I'll embark on that. So off the chemistry chart, semi-harmonious for Toronto, semi-dissonant for Kansas City. 2, 6, and neither team is going to be. They're going to be both neutral. 2, 6. Batting team harmony. Nope. So that's going to be a ground ball to second. Just missed that one. So here's Tolle. A champ for this game alone. Two, 2, 4. Pitching at home. Yep, that's another pop out to shortstop. As G is pitching at home. 2 outs. Troy Tulowitzki. 155. So, is he a home run king? He is a home run king. That one is long, and that one is gone. Home run. Troy Tulowitzki, and the Blue Jays take a 1-0 lead. 155, the home run king roll. So takes G out of here. Colabello, 2 outs. 2, 4, 6. Semi-control. He's going to get that. So that's a ground ball to the pitcher. That ends it, but they do put 1 on the board. The Blue Jays do. Go to the bottom of the second. It is 1-0. Kendrys Morales will lead off here. Excuse me. 1, 3, 4. With a dot. 1, 3, 4. Gold catcher. No. Champion right there would have been a something that would help Tolle, and that's a. So it's going to be outfield drama. So the outfield drama check. It's a 1, 4. Is the right fielder gold? Bautista is not. That's going to be a single, and then we go to the experience chart. So leadoff single for Kendrys Morales, and now we go to Salvi Perez, who's semi-icon. And so here we go. Sanchez runner on first, nobody out. And Perez 1-3 with a dot. Prospect pitcher. Yeah, yes, Sanchez is considered a prospect pitcher. Chops a single through the infield. and that's going to be a 1 base advance. Omaha. Hi. Hi. Go. I think that's what it is. Omaha. All right. Cologne. 236. I'm saying that because someone asked. Ken asked what the Royals' top farm team was. So 236. And it is in Omaha. Does not have double control. Pitcher is not batting, so that is a walk. So that's going to load the bases. Toronto takes the lead in the top half of the second, and now they have loaded the bases with nobody out for Escobar. And they're going to play with the infield back. They'll give up a run to get 2 outs. But it's going to be a 3-5-5, so the double play is probably not going to be in order here. 3-5-5, a struggler. Well, he's lucky because 3 guys reached in a row, but he doesn't get the dot. He's semi-struggler with 3 reaching in a row, so he's not a struggler. Escobar is not a champion. That's a ground out to second base. And Escobar is not a whiffer, so it's still a ground out. Now, with a 3, it's a fielder's choice. So the run will score, and it's going to be a 4-6 fielder's choice. 1-1. Royals tie it up. There's the Beatles. It's not late in the game. It's 1-1 with runners at first and third and 1 out. They're going to play with the infield back. They want 2. Here is Gerard Dyson. 1-3-5. That is going to be off of the rare play chart. Or unusual result with a red 1 and a black 3 is memorable plays in the field. So let's see. We got to roll these guys here. Let's see. 1-2. So is Colabello gold? No, he's not. It's going to be a single, and that's going to score a run. 1 base advance. Two Royals. So, okay, I'm reading comments and I need to be playing. All right, so a single by Dyson gets by, or a grounder gets by Colabello. So now it is 2-1, and here is Alex Gordon. First and second, 1 out. 4-4-5. Workman. Nope. Not a Workman, not Patient. Ground out to first. That's going to be it's going to be a grounder to first, and that'll be, we'll call it a U3. That's the only play. Everybody moves up 1. So 2 outs. Moustakis. Runners at second and third. 3-4-5. Iron catcher. Toley's not iron. Good eye. Moustakis doesn't have a good eye. That's a strikeout, and that will end the inning. So chance for more runs goes begging, and but they do pick up 2 and lead it 2-1. Next roll will be off the right now chart, so we'll do that right now. Waka waka waka. Okay. So it's going to be Pilar, the cold hitter at bat. So that's not a good way to start here, I guess. G is neutral. 4-6. Hot pitcher. He's not hot. So grounded the pitcher with the only play at first base. So it doesn't matter. There wasn't anybody on bag, so, or on base. So Michael Saunders now. We go back to the primary chart. Leadoff hitter. He popped out to short in his first at bat. He's also the hot hitter. 3-4-6. He's not eager, so that's a walk. And he's not active, so he won't steal. But it's going to bring up Ryan Goins. One, two, three. Could be a double play ball here. 1, 2, 3. Flash and fresh. He's got flash. It's the third inning, still fresh. Strikes him out. And that'll bring up Josh Donaldson. Hi, Al. 2 outs. 1, 2, 3. Oh boy, I guess I didn't get a good roll there, but that's gonna be another strikeout. Ends the inning. 2-1 Kansas City. There's a different kind of Al if you ignore your wife. Called alimony. Well, that's if it goes too far. It's Al. It could be Al and moaning, maybe. I don't know. I'm stretching here. Really getting thin. Lorenzo Cain. 3-6-6, pinch hitter. Nope. It's going to be a fly out to center field for the first out. Eric Halsma. Triple threes. How about that? Trifecta. Triple threes. Let's see. Hosmer is not utility or sad sack. That's going to be... He's not a home run king. That's a triple for Hosmer. So Sanchez struggling here. Another runner at third base with less than 2 outs. And here is Kendrys Morales. They're going to play with the infield in here, try to cut him off. 1-1-2. Flash. Yes, Aaron Sanchez has flash, so that's a strikeout, and that's 2 outs. That's a big out there. No sad sacks in the chat, just the guy on the camera. Sal Perez. There's a 1-4-5. Struggler. Not at this point. So that's a ground ball to first base, and that will get him out of the inning. I actually would say third base. 5-3. And they leave the guy at third stranded. So we're through 3, and it is a 2-1 Royals lead and the home team. So it'll be Encarnacion looking. They could tie it up with one swing here. He's got the power. 3-4-4. Prospect pitcher. No, Dylan G is a semi-icon, so no. And Edwin Encarnacion is not patient, so that's a pop out to second. 1 out. Catch by Cologne. Joey Bats. 1-3-5. Oh, so there is another special chart roll. The blue one is going to be the umpire chart, a blue 1. I'm a scrapper. Yeah, that's it. So we go to the umpire chart here. What's going to happen? Nobody on base. 1-3. Questionable umpire at home. Nope. Tony Randazzo is, and he is Randazzo, not Rendazzo, but we can forgive the misspelling. He is semi-respected, so he's not questionable, and that means he's going to give him a walk, as he should. Can't video replay balls and strikes, so Bautista gets on, and here is the champion, Josh Thole. $3.55. Struggler? No, G is not a struggler. Uh-oh. Looky there, $3.55. Champion. Thole is a champion. That's a doubled left. Any hit, single or double. So, we got to decide whether or not we want to try and take an extra base with Bautista. He is, but he's semi-stoic. That makes it a 50% chance. With one out, we're going to hold him. So second and third, with one out, they're going to play. They'll play infield back. Hi, Manny. They'll play the infield back. They will concede a run in order to get an out, and they'd like to just get 2 outs here. So Tulowitzki, 1-1-4. It's the top of the 4th. Is G fresh? Yes, he's semi-fresh with a dot. So that means it's a ground out to short. But they're playing back. Runners. Oh, wait. All right, so let's see. We got to take a look at the special chart over here. Runner on second and third. Lead die of 1. The runner's hold on the 1 is the lead die. So that is going to be a ground out to short. And that's going to bring 2 outs and Colabello. And tempted to try something here, but with Colabello being sad sack and utility, the downside of that is G is a workman, and so if you hit a workman, you could give up a hit there. So my thought here would be to intentionally walk, and I don't think you need. What you could do is you could intentionally walk Colabello. And then what you could do is you could use a manager influence to get to use the right now chart, and Pilar is cold. But of course, then as a response, the Blue Jays could use a coaching tip, or not a coaching tip, dugout chatter to oh wait, which one is it? It's not that. It's the right now to get him out of cold, but that would also use up a strategy card. Well, we're gonna roll the dice here with Colabello. We're not gonna worry about all that. Second and third, 2 outs. 3-5-6. Same. Colabello's batting from the right, and G is pitching from the right, so that is a strikeout. Yeah, so that is a strikeout, and that ends the inning. So each team has 6 strategy cards they're allowed to use. There's a variety of them, but you have a certain number of each kind that you can use, except for the strategy ones. But you can only use, like, you could only try stealing 6 times in a game. So the Blue Jays do not get a run out of that. Strikeout to end the inning. Big strikeout for G. So it works out, not doing all that walking business. Some people don't use the strategy cards at all when they're playing solo, but I think it adds some thought to it, which I kind of like. So it's going to be Cologne here leading off. 125. You can see that 5. 125. Struggler. No. Sanchez is not struggling at the moment. Wait, 125. A struggler. Patient. Cologne is not patient. So that's going to be a... Well, he's a semi-whiffer, so he is a whiffer because of the dot. So that'll be a strikeout. Yes, if you were going to use only stealing, you would use up all your strategies. Same thing with bunts. Same thing with trying to take an extra base. I could have tried to take an extra base with Bautista there. I think it would have been a 1 to 3 chance for him. But see, the thing is that you have to use up your... If you want to declare an extra base, you have to declare it. That uses up a strategy card, even if you roll... this is my reading of it. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think even if you roll... You have to roll the decider to decide you can even do it. And my inclination to say is if you try, you use up a strategy card, but I could be wrong about that. I guess I should ask Steve Tower or one of the guys there at the that are part of play and get a ruling on that. Because I feel like once you bring out the card, is you've committed to using it, either whether you can or not. Escobar, 346. Eager. Yes, Escobar is eager, so that's a fly ball that is caught by Pilar for the second out. Gerard Dyson now. 2-3-4 with a decider die that is showing. 2-3-4. Nobody on base, so no plate drama. Hot battered. Gerard Dyson is... well, guess what? Let's see. We have to take a... I have to take a short break here to see... he might be hot. I think... Let's see. I don't know if you can gauge the hot or cold at that point. I'd be interested if Baseball Demos was in here, because he would have a better gauge on that. But so this is out of the book, hot, and it says hot batter fence, which is that's a big roll. Because Dyson singled his last time, and if you're doing the right now chart, when you do in the first 5 innings, when you do a determination, he's semi-hot if his last at bat was a hit. So I'm trying to make a call as to whether this game would hinder teams that relied on station-to-station style of play. I don't know. I'm still trying to get the feel for that. Probably not, but because you can do other things. You can use a strategy to get, like for instance, Toronto is kind of a station-to-station team in my book, or I don't know. They're not going to take many extra bases or things like that. But what they could do is if they get a batter that's hot, they could use them all to do things like send it to the right now chart, or send it to the experience chart where they've got icons. They've got a lot of icons on their team. Now, I'm really got to look through this. Try to figure this out. Okay, so here we go. On the batter column of 2-3-4, which we have here, the hot batter reference applies to any player, not just the designated hot batter. If a player gets the reading and is not designated hot, use the right now guidelines to determine whether he's a hot batter. Okay, so that is the answer. So, half qualities in the first 5 innings, and a batter is considered semi-hot if he had a hit in his last at bat. Dyson had a hit in his last at bat, so And with the dot showing, he is hot. So we're going to do a fence roll here. So this could open this game up. Oh well, there's only, I was thinking there's someone else on base. He is alone on base, but now we need to go to this mini fence chart here. He is a scrapper, so he could get as much as a triple. So we just roll one die here. That's a 4. That's a double. So, okay, well that actually makes a lot of sense. I was thinking fence roll would mean he might get a home run out of that, but as a scrapper, he rarely hits home runs. So that works out. But now there's a runner at second with 2 outs, and it'll be the top of the order, Alex Gordon. 5.66, a lot of dots there. 5.66, he is not wild. Alex Gordon does not have a good eye, so that is a strikeout, which will end the inning. So that just doesn't come to much fruition there. 2-1 at the moment. We're going to have to go off the right now chart. And guess what? Boy, it's this does not favor. I think the Blue Jays are so. And the other thing is the way you should really do these is the pitcher gets the first crack at strategy cards, and then the hitter gets the second crack, and the pitcher can't like make a change after that. So we're going to go off the right now chart, which means that you check for hot and cold. Well, it's the 5th inning. Dylan G is semi-hot because he got a strikeout the last at bat, or his last batter faced. Pilar is cold right off the bat. So the Blue Jays, they are going to they're going to do a one-on-one pep talk, which will make him neutral. So that will at least, now what we could have done something else, like moved it off of right now, but that's what we're going to do here. So that's going to be the pep talk, and so you could still have G being a hot pitcher. We'll see. 2-5, hot batter. Well, he's not hot. You can't get hot when you're cold, but you can get to neutral, which is what he is. That's a line out to first, and that's the first out. So there's a lot of explaining in this game. This is a lot more. It's a lot easier to play when you're not recording, but I think it's fun to kind of talk through it here. So 1 out, 3, 5, 6. So Michael Saunders is a lefty. They're not the same side, and he's not a utility or sad sack. So that's going to be a single for Saunders. And it's going to bring up Ryan Goins with 1 out. He struck out the last time he had a guy on base. 1-3-3. Ryan Goins is not a slugger. That's going to be a fly out to left for the 2nd out. Bad timing there. We could have had Josh Donaldson, who, well, he's not a slugger either. You would need Edwin Encarnacion. So Donaldson with 2 outs. Saunders at first. Could have tried stealing maybe. He's not a very good, wouldn't have a good chance at getting a steal. But yeah, but he's the cold batter this game, right? If he's listed as the cold batter, isn't he cold throughout the whole game? Or is it just that's the way it starts? Let me see. I think cold is cold for the whole game. But yeah. Thanks for pointing that out there, Tabletop. That's true. And so using the pep talk would have made him hot if you could get off of that. No, that's no problem. I think he's just cold throughout the whole game. I think it's just a designation that you have to make. So 2-4-6 control. Yes, he is control. It's a ground out to the pitcher. That will end it. There's the other Earl. Yeah, he is. It's kind of nice. They have a column here where you can write them down. I like this sheet. I like a lot of his sheets. Gives you a chance to put some things, make some notes. What I would if I was going to make any adjustment to his sheet, I would probably try and squeeze in a place where you could have all of the potential strategy cards in a box up here, like enumerated with how many you get, and then that way you can like cross each one out as you go and use them. But that's just me. So all right, Mustakis, I'm glad you're back here, Tabletop Earl. Cruises are not for me, I don't think. I've never been on one. I don't plan to go on one, but I'd rather just go to an island and hang out and have a few beers and relax. Chillax. 116. I just can't believe I just said chillax. 116. Fresh. So it's still in the first, but he's not fresh. Sanchez is not, because it's not showing here. Utility or sad sack. Well, because it's a different player, we have to re-roll the decider die to decide if Mustakis, who is semi-utility, is utility. He's not utility, so that's a single for Moose. You got Lorenzo Kane here. 2-1 lead. Boy, you got... Don't usually bunt with the second or the third batter in the lineup. We're going to go ahead and let him swing away here. 1-2-2. Workman. Nah, Sanchez is not a workman. Champ or whiffer. Yes, if you can see it here, there it is. Kane is a whiffer. Well, that's an infield single, so... Starting to wonder here if Sanchez's day is getting close to being done here. He's so first and second. Eric Hosmer up. When two other Earls join the chant, no, just kidding. I don't know. Al, Red Sox fan, wonders when we're gonna get the Battle of the Earls back out. Maybe we'll have to wait until baseball season's over. I think it's easier to hit people up with that when you're when they're not busy watching games. So that's a strikeout for Hosmer. Sanchez has flash on the 1-4-6. Here is Morales. Maybe should have tried laying down a bunt with a cleanup hitter. Maybe not. 1-5-6. Whiffer. Kendrys Morales is a whiffer here. He's semi-whiffer with a dot. So that is another strikeout for Sanchez. Working his way back here. Now he's got Salvi Perez, who is 1 for 2. And, yeah, so the pitching team, Toronto, is not going to use a strategy card. Well, we're going to have Kansas City take a... let's see, what is that? It's going to be a manager influence for the right now. Or no, for the experience chart. So they're going to take advantage of Sanchez's prospect status and Perez's icon, or semi-prospect, semi-icon. And they're going to go off the experience and try to see if they can get a run home using that. Now, they can't. Now, what they could do is they could use 2, and they could give Perez a coaching tip here. And I don't think the pitching team can respond to that. I was looking at the website for that. I don't think the pitching team, once the batting team is the one that calls it, I don't think they can. You know what? Maybe they can, but it has to be in the same realm. So they could give a coaching tip as well. Well, they're both going to do that. They're going to make them icons. So let's see. I think that's the way it was working out. You can you can have it come back to the pitching team as long as, so I'll show you what I'm talking about here. The color has to stay the same of the card you use. So the manager influence to use experience is red. So they can use a red, the pitching team. So because the coaching tip was used once for each team, they will have one more opportunity to do this again. So let's see if this works out for either team. 2-6. Icon pitcher. So this is going to work against, this is working against the Royals here. Experienced with batter, strikes him out. So that counts as 2 strategy units for the Royals. But in that case, it gives them a 50-50 shot, right? I mean, you're going to get, I believe that I assume, I haven't counted them up. I'm assuming that the batter and the pitcher count on here are 50-50. So I think you get a 50-50 shot there, even if you go icon versus icon. You know, which is probably better than the your whatever chance you have of scoring that runner from second. Wait, let's see. Gotta get my head together here. We're the top of the 6th. Both teams have squandered some chances here. I'm going to move my chair and stand up. Been sitting in this chair for darn near an hour, and it's starting to get a little uncomfortable. Okay, take a drink. Dylan G pitching pretty well here. He's given up 4 hits in the game, 2 walks, 1 earned run. And here's Encarnacion, 2-2-6. It is. Is the batter hit by a pitch? No, he's not. Is it the cleanup batter? Edwin Encarnacion. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. This is due. Here we go. 2-2-6. 2-2-6. Batter hit by pitch. We got a no on the decision die. Cleanup batter. This is Edwin. Edwin is the cleanup batter. That ball is gone and they tie it. Home run. And what? He goes the other way with it? Boy, wow. He muscles it out of there to right field. Second home run given up by G, and it's now 2-2. One of the magic rolls you can get in this game. You don't get them very often. You don't get them that often, but once you do, it kind of feels good to see it. So Bautista, 4-5-5. And guess what? If that decider die comes up with a dot, that's a hit by pitch instead. So 4-5-5. Flash strikes him out. Yeah, the thing that would have been better is if, and I think Edwin was leading off that inning, correct? Yeah, I forgot to put the little end of inning mark. So that's a strikeout. Here is Tolley, the champion. One, 3, 6. Ace. Dylan G's not an ace. Whiffer or cold. Tolley is neither of those. So this is going to be infield drama. Infield drama. 2-5. Second baseman, iron. Cologne is gold, actually. So definitely not. That's going to be a routine ground out for the second out. And it's now Troy Tulowitzki. 2 out for Tulowitzki. 1-4-6. Dylan G still has flash. That is a strikeout. That will end the inning. But they tie it up. Big bomb by Encarnacion. Double E. I assume he's still an Indian, correct? They didn't go trading him, right? I think they're in like. That's how I could give Tribe Fan or Larry Harris a real heart attack if I were to tell him that he was traded to, like, they traded him to Minnesota. All right, Cologne leading off here. Traded to the Royals. 4-4-5. Workman. Sanchez is not a workman. Patient. Cologne is not patient. Ground ball to first. Call it a U3. Melke. Yeah, that's an interesting interdivision trade there. Escobar. 4-5-5. Flash. Sanchez still has flash. That's a strikeout. That's a 5 there. So 3-5-6. Same. No, Dyson at the plate. He's a lefty, so he's not the same. Utility or sad sack? Yes. Dyson is a utility with the dot there, so that's a ground ball to short. 1-2-3 inning for Sanchez. And we're just about getting to the point where Sanchez is probably going to have to think about being done. Still 2-2. High Iron Gamer. We're back to some more History Maker. We're going to the 7th. It's 2-2 here at Kauffman Stadium. Nice day for baseball here. Yeah, so yeah, I got a couple guys in my I'm in an NL only league that my team in the tabletop league is not going so well, but I'm in an NL only league, and everybody's like freaking out because Darvish is there. I'm like, really? Actually, not everybody. A couple guys. I think they were trying to like goad me, because we have waiver auctions, and like, oh boy, how much you gonna bid? I'm like, I'll take my chances. Colabello is going to lead off here against G, top of the 7th, 2-2, and it's a 1-1-5. So 1-1-5, fresh. It's the 7th, so there is no freshness left to either pitcher. So we go to Home Run King or Sad Sack. Well, Colabello is a sad sack. That's a strikeout. Cold Kevin Pillar. And the Royals, they're going to go ahead and use a strategy card, Manager Influence, to go to right now. So G is hot, and let's see. The Blue Jays have one more pep talk to get Pillar off of cold, so that's going to make him neutral. So they're going to go off the right now chart here on this one. G is hot, and Pillar is neutral now. 1-2. Hot batter, he's not hot, so it's going to be a ground out to short. So 2 outs. And that's the only right now chance that they can move it to in the game. So they've used that one up. And now it's Michael Saunders going to lead off, the leadoff hitter here with the 2 outs. He is 1 for 2 with a walk and a single, and that's a 3-3-4. G is not an ace or a star, and Saunders is not a sad sack, so that's a single, and he's going to steal second as a result. Wait, hold on. Is he? The stoic hold. Saunders is semi-stoic. Did we use any dots? We did not. So we can use this to say that he is not stoic. He can steal the bag. So that's going to bring up Ryan Goins with 2 outs and Saunders at second. Three, 4. Oh, I read the wrong line. and he doesn't get to steal. It's a double on your chart. Well, it's a single on mine. You must have the newer game. This is a gift from Baseball Demos. Unless there's... What's the flaggy thing there? That is an eager. Oh, guess what? Oh, wait. Let me see. Is he eager? He's not eager. So that's just a single. They've updated their playbook since this one was made. But he does not get the stolen base unless we want to try to steal. Which I don't think you're going to try stealing with Saunders intentionally. So 1-4, let me see. So it's interesting. I got to see, because there's some talk about this. I want to see what the... And my thing's got to catch up. Let's do 1-4-6 here. Flash. G still has flash. That's a strikeout. And that will end the inning. Boy, that's taken a while to catch up. So no runs. Yeah, this has the flag, which means if he's eager, then it's a ground out instead of a single. Eager. Boy, it's taken forever for that to catch up on, because my Kindle timed out. So 7th inning stretch. They're going to start with Sanchez, and they will get... I got to see who... Storin Chavez. They're going to go with... They're going to get Brett Cecil warming up. Okay. Okay, so Tabletops was from 2013. Yeah, I guess they've changed it up a little bit here. You know what? With Alex Gordon being a lefty at the plate, you know what? They're gonna stick with Sanchez because they didn't bring Cecil out till right now. He's not gonna get the ace bump. So if they bring him in, so they're gonna go with Sanchez against leading off Gordon here. 5-5-6. Ace. He's not an ace. Sad sack. Yes, Gordon is a sad sack. That's a line out to first. They're going to hold on to Cecil since they could use him for Moustakas or for Hosmer to go lefty-lefty. Here's Moustakas against Sanchez. 2-3-4. No runners on base. Is Moustakas hot? Singled the last time up, and it's after the 6th inning. So that means he is hot. This is a fence shot for Moustakas. This could give him the lead. He is a slugger, and he's a semi-home run king, but not a home run king this time. So we're going to stick with a slugger rating. We're going to roll one die. If it's a 5 or a 6, it's a home run. 3 or 4 triple, 1 or 2 double. It's a 3, so that will be a triple for Moustakas with 1 out. I guess I need to sign up for the Play newsletter if they have free teams and stuff. Oh, man. It was changed. I think it was... Let's see, what... This is the 2015. I guess I haven't signed up for it. So that's a triple for Moustakas. And you got Lorenzo Cain up. They will give Sanchez one more batter. They're going to play infield in here, try to cut off the run at home. Here in the bottom of the 7th. 1 out. And that's a 1-2-2. 1-2-2. Workman. No, he's not a workman. Champ or whiffer. Cain is a whiffer. Oh no, that's that chumpy little nubbed single to third base, and I assume that's a single, so he's going to score, and the Royals will take the lead on that. And Toronto's manager will make the move now. Maybe a little too late for that, but trying to give Sanchez an opportunity to win the game. Goes 6 1/3. I'll figure out the rest later. Mostly odd and minor league seasons. Yeah, it's probably not that common for Moustakas to get a triple, but he's got the slugger designation. You'd think he was a home run king, but he's listed as semi-home run king, and he didn't have the dot. So, all right, so runner at first. It's going to be Hosmer at the plate, lefty-lefty matchup here. With Cecil. Oh, wow, I shook that a while. 1-2-2 again. Cecil is a workman. That's a single. One base advance because it's a 1 as the lead. That's going to bring up Kendrys Morales. They're going to get Biagini warming up. Morales being a switch hitter. 1-2-3 with a dot. Both flash and fresh. He's got flash and he's fresh. That is a strikeout. That's the second out. And that's going to bring up Perez, and they're going to make another pitching change with the right-hander up. Kind of feel like there aren't enough same roles here in the game to really do a good job of simulating that, because I think you'd want to, it would seem to me to help make it a little more realistic to feel like you had more lefty-righty matchup moves to make. So here we go with 2 outs, runners at first and second, and it is Salvi Perez against Biagini. 3-4-5. Iron catcher. Totally not iron. Good eye. Perez does not have a good eye, so he strikes out, and that will end the inning. Biagini gets out of that. Don't really like either team. Well, someone homebrewed an IR chart as well. What's I'm guessing, I'm not sure what IR is, but so you don't have to pay anything to be part of the newsletter, right? If anybody wanted to forward me that would be awesome. I guess you still have to print them out, the teams, but all right, so the Royals take a let me see. They take a 3-2 lead. Sorry, I've got too many little marks here. It's confusing me. Similar marks for pitching changes and for inning being over. So top of the 8th. Let's see, what do they do? They went with long relievers. They will go with Kelvin Herrera here. And he is not going to get the A. Well, he already has A, so it doesn't really matter. G goes 7 innings, and I'm not going to worry about calculating all that stuff or tabulating it all. Oh, maybe it was LR. I see. Yeah, that'd be cool if they had some kind of a left-right chart. So G is done. I got to get him out of here. And it's Herrera looking to try and ice this down. Who is the Royals' new closer? In this game, their closer tonight's going to be Wade Davis. I don't know who their closer is. Someone's got to have watched the Royals more faithfully. I forget who they have. Oh, Herrera. Yeah. He's not listed. I think he did close some in this season, but he didn't start off that way. So here is Donaldson against Herrera. 3-5-6, top of the 8th. 3-2 lead, Kansas City trying to nurse it. 3-5-6, same. Yep, they're both right-handed pitchers. That is a strikeout for Herrera. Herrera is a semi-icon, by the way. Of course, Encarnacion is as well. 1-2-2. We already saw that one. 1-2-2. Flash. Strikeout, and he does not have a good eye. Now, here is the thing. Herrera is double flash. So because he's double flash, that means he gets 2 strikeouts in a row, and that will end the inning. That's one of the things when you have double flash. If you get a strikeout because of flash, then you get a second one on top of that. And also with control, if you have a control roll and you have double control like Herrera does, that's the same result goes to both. So no runs, no hits, no errors. He strikes out the side, and it's going to set up for Wade Davis to close this out. I mean, I think Herrera looks like a better closer in this game than Davis, but I'm just going with my chart here that I came up with, and the closer in the early part is Davis. Middle part, Herrera. End part of the season will be Davis again. So, what did I do here? This is messed up. That's what threw me off. I put a little mark here. Hold on, I gotta check. Oh man. Okay, so they're gonna stick with the Biagini. Yeah, Derek, seriously, your comment there about the Royals, or not the Royals, it was the Angels and the DH and all that stuff being hurt in the Strat series. I'm serious. Now I'm thinking that would be a great thing to do. Would be to 5 and 5, 5 random teams from each league, and have them do 12 games against each opponent, 6 home, 6 away. That's 48 game schedule. It's basically the same. And then if you really wanted to get up to 54, like if I wanted to, I could add 2 interleague series that would be randomly chosen. And that would be actually pretty similar to. Anyway, all right, let's get through this game. Bottom of the 8th, 3-2. Royals trying to add on. Cologne facing Biagini, 1-4-6. Flash. Biagini does have flash. That's a strikeout. 1 out. Escobar, 233. Ace or star? Biagini is an ace. That'll be a ground out short. And with 2 away, Gerard Dyson. .123. Both flash and fresh. Biagini is not fresh, so that's going to be a ground out to short. Or wait, yes he is, my bad. He is fresh. He's semi-fresh with a dot, so that'll be a strikeout. He's flash and fresh. Okay, so that's going to be it for the 8th. Go to the top of the 9th. Last chance for Toronto. They have 3 strategy cards they can use, and we'll have to see if any of them make sense to pull out here against Wade Davis. And it's going to be Jose Bautista. Both icons. Well, Bautista. Now, one swing of the bat could do it here, but I'm also thinking that you could get a 50-50 shot at getting that leadoff hitter on base if you went to the icon chart or to the experience chart. I think we're going to do that. So we're going to go with so we're going to go to manager influence experience chart. So that is their fourth, and there's really no response that the pitching team would do. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go with player experience. Both guys are icons, and now there are some prospects that would not work out here, but so this actually, now that I think about it, it's probably not. It's better if you have a prospect pitcher. I didn't think that through. You know what? They're gonna, yeah, they already played it. Never mind. Let's see. They're taking a chance here. If they can get an icon batter one, it could be big. 1-6. Icon pitcher. Fools batter into swinging at an inside pitch, ground out to short. So that's... Wait, why? That wasn't Bautista, that was Tolle anyway. So that's actually not a bad move. Tolle, he's also an icon, but still, it's not too bad. Although he was the champion. Well, I just took that roll right out of my hand. How about that? I was thinking that was Bautista because the card was up on top. Well, you play it like it lies, and it's going to be Tulowitzki now. 1 out. My bad. Let's give Tulowitzki a roll here. Let's see what happens. Triple ones. Now, he is an ace. That could be a home run if he's not an ace, but he is. That's a ground ball to third base. Another reason to possibly go to one of these other charts, because it's tough to get by a good pitcher. So is there anything else? Well, what we could do is we could pinch hit here. Well, we're gonna pinch hit for Colabello with Devin Travis. So here we go, pinch hitter for Colabello, 2 outs. It's going to be Travis facing Wade Davis. Does he have anything for Davis? Just trying to think through this, if there's anything they could do to... I don't think so. Boy, I'm thinking. Just go ahead and roll it out. 2-3-3. Ace or star, but Davis is both. That's a ground out short. That'll end the game. So yeah, I feel bad now. I wish I would have had that shot to throw Tolle at maybe at getting a champion roll, but instead that doesn't happen. It's 3-2 is your final. Managerial error, but it happens on occasion. Win for G. Oh, wait a second. Win for... That was in the 8th. So it's actually a win for Herrera, right? No, that was a win for G. It was the bottom of the 7th, bottom of the 8th, and then the 9th. So, yep. Win, hold for Herrera, save for Davis. Lost for... that is going to be a loss for Sanchez. He was in the game. He gave up the triple to Moustakas. And that will be it. Where did this... I wonder where that... nail came from. Okay, so yeah, we got almost an hour and a half in here, and it's a 3-2 game. So as you can see, you got to devote a little bit of time to this game. Of course, we're having some chats here. Ow! I just got a sliver or something in my foot. Ah! What the heck is that? Is that a bug? Huh. I don't know if he bit me or what. Some kind of little beetle. Wow. I think the sucker bit me on my toe. Anyway, I might have to go on the DL. Yeah, let me see. Is there any blood? No, I don't know. I think I'm starting. Oh, no. It's like one of the guys from what was it, Men in Black. Going to turn me into that it's Vincent D'Onofrio. Anyway, thanks, DeCubs. Yeah, like I said, you have to devote some time to this game. It's not something that you can just say, I'm gonna. And I had to, you know, I did catch, you know, so definitely when you do something like basic strat, it's going to be a quicker game, and you know, and it's going to be a little lower, say lower stress level. Yeah, there's a little bit of a learning curve, but I think, heck, the fact that you can get, the fact that you can create. So I'll just put it up here for Iron Gamer, because I'd like to. So part of what they did here, I'll show you. Here's one sheet. Turn it around. Baseball trading card quick play sheet. So you can more or less get all of these. Like if you had just a sheet of stats, you could come up with your own. You could, and they have this guide that you can download and print. The how-to guide. How to come up with your own cards, and you know, you can print them out. You can make them in Excel. They have a template that you can use, and you can pretty much make your own cards if you want from anything. And that's where they're saying, like, if you get the newsletter, you can get custom, you know, like International League was one of them. So it's pretty cool. It's yeah, it's, and here's the thing: if you want to recreate, I'd go to Strat, ATBA, one of these other games. I think they're going to be better for recreation. This is better if you want to try and like build a season, a narrative, all that kind of stuff. This is the game for you. And that's kind of what I like, as far as I like it. It's just, I mean, I tell you, I need to devote an hour and a half, 2 hours to set up, play, clean up, especially when I'm going to record. So I'm going to check out here, because my wife is probably wondering where I am. She thinks she wanted to watch some TV with me, and we already had a discussion about that. So anyway, if you could like the video here, and if you're new and want to subscribe to the channel, we'd love it. Just love being able to produce material for you guys, and getting a chance to interact and chat, and you know, really develop some you know, friendships through this, and we'll just keep doing it. So thanks a lot. Have a great evening, and make some history, whether it's with this game or with another one. Take it easy.